What's going on, friends? Of course, the Facebook and YouTube connection is trash. That really sucks. They're going to be very upset, but that's okay. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everyone? I can already tell that people on Facebook and YouTube are going to freak out. It says my connection is not stable. Hopefully it gets a little bit stronger as we get going. So my apologies to anybody on Facebook and YouTube. What's up, everybody on the gram? What's up, Jay Cook? How you doing? Hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. As I had just alluded to a few minutes ago, my apologies to everybody on Facebook and YouTube if the connection is trash. I'm doing the best I can. It says it's unstable. I don't even know what that's even supposed to mean. It's the same setup as it always is. So maybe this will just be one for the Instagram folks, and I'll do the best I can. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, hop on the gram or I don't know. So bag of rice, everything's trash. The world is garbage. They don't want to let me talk. They don't want to let me talk. This is an interesting week in the world of in the Bobby Sauce universe. Lots of clapping, lots of cheek clapping. A lot of good numbers. If you've been following along, if you've seen my stories the last couple of days, the numbers have been off the proverbial charts, you bag of rice. So I want to start off by saying thank you very much to all of you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys sharing the videos, following along. Everybody that's been following along on the YouTube, the Facebook, on the Snapchat, or not Snapchat. What's it called? The Tick Snap, the Gina Talk, or whatever the hell it's called. It's a little actual trash factory. And again, Facebook and YouTube people, it says connection's unstable. I don't even know what that means. Everything's garbage. The world is trash. Everything's on fire, and I'm doing the best I can. So my deepest apologies. Go on Instagram. I don't even know what to say, but whatever. If anything, so as I get started, like I said, I want to say that I appreciate everybody that's been sharing all the videos. The numbers have been off the charts. My reach in the last 30 days has gone up over 500%, thanks primarily to the Instagram Reels. So if you are out there and you are wondering how you can grow your reach, how you can be a person that gets your message out, how you can be a person that contributes to the goodness of what's going on, if you appreciate whatever it is that I'm doing and you feel like you can't contribute, I would encourage you to take a few seconds a day and make a reel on Instagram. Make an Instagram reel, repurpose that reel and put it on TikTok. It's not hard. It takes just a couple of minutes. Think about what you're trying to say, summarize it in 15 seconds, make it shareable, make it pop, make it hit, and post it. And those things go absolutely nuclear. My biggest video that I've ever posted on Instagram was the first video that I ever had that went viral. It was back on August 20th, and I have not beaten it on Instagram yet. And it has 65,000 views. I made a 15-second Instagram reel not even a month ago that has 193,000 views. It is a 15-second clip. Absolutely any person, that means any of you can make a 15-second clip by summarizing whatever it is that you want to get out, the message you want to get to the world, posting it, and sending it up to your story. You can create it. The reels are getting pushed. The reels are getting gassed, and you too can be a part of this whatever distribution of free thought. So if you're out there like, what do I do? Tickle my bag, like hold my hand and walk me into the promised land. That's how you do it. Go on Instagram, make a reel, save the reel down to your device, go on TikTok, Gina Talk, Gina Snap, whatever it's called, whatever, go on there and post it on the Tick Snap and freaking use the hashtags. Look at the hashtag. When you make a hashtag on the TikTok, you go hashtag bag of rice. You can see how many people view that hashtag. Use the hashtags that are popular, that are relevant to your video, and post them up, you bag of garb, because we need your voices just as much as we need everybody else's voice. It's very important. It's very crucial. Next, I want to thank the people that have been sending me gifts in the mail. I got my handheld my handheld fan that you can wrap around your throat here, but I'm actually not using it on this particular jam because I have this silent fan that was also sent to me in my PO box. So big thanks to the people that have been sending me stuff. Because of you, I have this nice silent fan that's keeping me cool right now, and I can just yell and scream and go absolutely Pam sandwich. And so thank you so much for that. I highly appreciate it. And again, thanks to everybody that watches, shares, comments, likes, post the video up to your stories. It makes all the difference. I do not buy any advertising on my Instagram account, and I have reached hundreds of thousands, millions of people as a result of people like you sharing the content. So I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate it. So it looks like the connection stabilized here on the YouTube and the Facebook. Turns out the universe is like, clap cheeks, senor. Clappeth of all the cheeks. So giddy up. Thanks, Xfinity or whatever. Thanks, Universal Bags of Rice, whatever it is. Cool, great, grand, wonderful. And also, before I start, I'm almost to 50,000 people on Instagram, almost to 50K. Bag of rice, take on my bag. Thanks to all of you. I put coupon code 50K on bobbysauce.com, 50% off until I hit 50,000 people. So if you want to get something on bobbysauce.com, go get it. Take on my bag. Thanks in advance. Cool, great, grand, wonderful. All right, all the yelling on the bus. Everybody on the bus, I'm about to scream. Listen. I want to start off with a quote from some guy that I just heard of a couple of days ago that I've never heard of in my entire life. Most people don't know because he probably didn't do anything for America, but whatever. They that can give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. That's from Benjamin Franklin, the freaking guy that's on the $100 bill. You bags of garbage. The guy was not a president, but that is a hot quote. And it would be really great if more people would understand what that means. Those that can give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. This accurately describes what is actually happening right now as the world literally burns to the ground in a hot garbage factory, trash factory, garbage mess that we're in right now. Listen, I want everybody to remember that first and foremost, absolutely nobody is out there to save you. The businesses don't want to save you. The pharmaceutical companies don't want to save you. The politicians don't want to save you. The snakes in the grass, the Republican Party, the right, the left, the trap. Absolutely nobody cares about you, and it is your responsibility to independently investigate, question, research, validate, verify, and protect your interests by taking personal responsibility for every piece of information that comes across your brain. Every piece of information that someone says to you, that you read, that you hear, that you consume, that you see on TV, every documentary, you have to question who is the source, what is their incentive, who is their master, and does it benefit them financially in order for you to do something? And you have to question those things anytime, all the time, now until forever. And especially in the case where the person on the other side or the entity on the other side will financially benefit as a result of you doing something. And what I mean by that is I'm not a medical chooch. I'm a guy that yells in his phone, tickle my bag. I say funny things, or maybe I don't, whatever, do whatever you want. But you can't even trust me. You got to trust yourself. And people are like, where do I research? How do I research? It's like, dog, you need to research where to go research. That's the whole point. That's the point. Do it yourself. Nobody told me where to find the truth. I did my own research, and that's what you got to do about everything that you do. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't recommend some places that you can look for really good information. So I'll start off with that. The Ron Paul Liberty Report, wearechange.org, Breitbart, the Epic Times, and a variety of other sources that you can find information. Check CNN, check Drudge Report. Look at what the other side of the coin is saying and do independent research whether or not you validate or whether or not that thing resonates with you. You determine what you think is true based on your research of all the different sides. Watch CNBC, watch CNN, watch MSNBC. And take notes of how that advice behaves over time. Because if you watch CNBC like I did, and you used to watch it thinking that you were at the pulse of the financial marketplace, like, I'm going to watch CNBC and I'm going to know what stocks to trade. These jabronis do not care about you. If that shit's on CNN, it's long gone. That is at the bottom of the funnel, and they're trying to gas you, dog. They are financially incentivized for you to make some behavior. They sell the rumor, not the fact. So they're gonna let the rumor be, you should buy this. They're gonna wait until everybody buys it, then they're gonna dump it on you. You're gonna be left holding the bag, and everyone's gonna get clapped. That's why you got to be very worried if you got to be very weary of things like Bitcoin. When people like CNBC are like Bitcoin, 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 everybody likes Bitcoin. Yeah, bust your nut on a big pile of Bitcoin. It's like, yo, as soon as these clowns say that, that's when you got to freaking run in the other direction. You cannot trust anything, anybody. I'm an expert. I'm a crypto expert. I'm a this expert. You shut up. I'm just going to do my own research and I'm going to determine it. And I'm going to swallow whatever I get as a result of my independent research, validation, and questioning of everything. You got to protect yourself, dog. And the problem is, and the reason that we're in this mess is because everybody's like, goo, daddy government, save me, Joe. Give me a lollipop, Joe. Give me a choco chip and shove it up my anus and make me feel nice and fuzzy. Joe's not coming to save you, and neither is the Democratic Party. And I can guarantee you with absolute certainty that the Republican Party is not saving Dick Buckets either. These people are liars. These people are snakes in the grass, and they are not to be trusted. They are keeping us in a perpetual trap. They're keeping us running in circles like rats in a maze, and we are never going to win until we start understanding that this is a game. We're getting blasted, and the only thing that these people care about is money. The only thing they care about is money. We have all these do-nothing politicians that have rock-solid health care, pensions for the rest of their life, that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars and insider trading legally. They're all on the same team. The only people that aren't on that team is us. They don't give a rat's ass about us. All they care about is you just sitting there and clapping so that they can get reelected and secure their position so they can go out and say, I'm fighting the Dems. I'm fighting the radical left. And they don't do jack shit. These people are liars, and they are not to be trusted. And we're over here thinking that somebody's going to save us. If we just put the experts in charge, somebody's going to save us. You know what? One of the things that I found out very early on as this account started to grow is I was surprised how many fitness people, bodybuilders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and successful people, specifically the first one I noticed was bodybuilders and physical fitness people. How many of those people resonated with the message that I was putting out? And I didn't understand it at first. I'm like, that's so weird. Why? Is it because I don't look like I'm a twig? Like I never lifted a weight in my life? Why is it? But what I started to understand is that fitness people understand a high level of discipline, because they understand the discipline necessary in order to get physically fit and maintain physically fit. And the benefits that come as a result of being physically fit come from discipline personally only. You cannot buy it. You cannot outsource it. You cannot pay for it. And if you neglect it even for a short period of time, you lose it like that. People that are physically fit understand that discipline, on the other side of discipline, is reward. On the other side of consistent training and discipline, being able to filter what's the right protein, what's the right exercise, how often do I have to go? I need to learn my body, understand how I behave. I have to be disciplined over what I put in my body, what I drink, where I go, how much sleep I get. They understand that the only person that can do it is them. And that's why this message resonates with them, because they understand that hard work and protection of your operation is in your hands and your hands alone, especially when it comes to fitness, but it also translates to all aspects of life. So they understand this message. That's why they're pro-freedom, because they don't want somebody else to give them a six-pack. They don't want somebody else to go into the gym for them, because that doesn't exist, because you can't have that. That's why they understand this message with a higher level of clarity than most people right out of the gate. They can smell that. They're like, this person understands that I am responsible for creating and maintaining my own success and protection. I'm responsible for having eyes in the back of my head as well as in the front and on the side. I am responsible for protecting my assets now until forever. If I'm going to get sick because I'm not in good physical shape, I'm clapped. If I get in a car accident and I haven't been exercising, I'm going to be more brittle. My muscles are not going to be able to withstand an impact. If I fall off my bike, if I get in a car accident, if I'm exercising, if I'm running, if I have to do some type of physical activity, I'm more prone to injury if I'm not prepared and protecting myself, if I'm not creating and fortifying my position ahead of time. That's what they understand. They understand that. So they're like, I'm not going to wait until I get in a car accident to realize that had I been more physically fit, I wouldn't have broken that bone. I'm not going to wait until I get the flu or get some type of basic sickness and I get my cheeks clapped for weeks. I'm not going to wait until that happens. I'm going to fortify my position and protect myself by taking care of my health every single day. That's what they understand. And so too would the country be in a better position if more people would simply understand that the way that people that train their body, that have discipline over the way that they manage their life, that's how we have to have, that's the control level that we have to have over what happens to us, our families, our children, future generations, the people right now, and the future of the world. It's in our hands. That's the whole thing. People don't understand that the collective power of all the people right now is the greatest force that there ever was, the greatest force that there ever will be. And if you wait for someone else to do it for you, you lose. Every single time you lose, you get clapped. And because of brave people around the world, because people are willing to stand up, that's what happened in Cuba. That's what happened in France. That's what's happening in Australia. These people understand that if they don't do something, they're screwed. The only difference between them and us is that those people can get clapped in the street, pulled into a secret chamber, and disappeared, suicide, killed, clapped, sprayed in the face, and beaten down and persecuted in plain sight with absolutely no retribution. In the United States, we have the last piece, the last fragment of potential freedom that exists in the entire planet. We're the last great hope for freedom in the world. This is the least racist country in the world, the most prosperous country in the world, the freest country that has ever existed in the history of human existence. And here we are saying, oh, your neighbors are racist, or your neighbor, dude, they are driving us off a cliff. And I'm not going to sit here and be doom and gloom, but I'm just saying we just need to understand collectively the severity of not paying attention and not being part of the solution. Otherwise, we're unfortunately going to be a little bit part of the problem. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, no, everything's out, like the world's on fire. But I'm just saying it's like this stuff is happening right now. And the thing that's so crazy is that what I've been watching as I've been paying attention, even just in the last month, is that right as I thought the light was at the end of the tunnel, right as I thought Big Ron's going to come out and he's going to keep the diapers off the kids in school and all that stuff is great. Right as you see the light at the end of the tunnel, we're going to concerts. We're flying on planes. People think that like the earth's moving again. Just like that, you get 3 deaths in Australia and they lock down the whole country. You got the juice passports in France. You got hundreds of thousands of people protesting in the street in France. Historic protests in the streets in France. The entire world right now, if you don't look beyond the mainstream media lens, the entire world is going nuts right now. Right now. It's like, it's really going crazy lightheartedly right now. And the thing is that as the new Delta Airlines comes out and they pull some new dragon demon sorcerer to be afraid of right out of their anus, you got snakes in the grass, underworld garbage merchants like Nancy Pelosi making $5 million with her insider trading with her garbage husband, just snaking it right through, no care in the world. I saw an article today that the Joey Dumpster chocolate chip, that 6-year-old looks like a 19-year-old administration is paying $2 billion of taxpayer money to have guards protect all of the things that we already paid for to build the wall so that they don't build the wall. We're literally paying $2 billion of taxpayer money to not build the wall. They have all the materials. They've already been purchased. They're paying money to watch the materials sit on the ground while the border floods, while people die of fentanyl at a record clip, and then they have the audacity to go on TV and be like, everything is cool, America's back, yo. And like the thing is that there's this illusion, like I'll watch Fox News and I'll watch this and that'll be fine, and like I'll contribute by commenting on this and sharing a Fox News article or whatever is the case, and it's like, yo, that ain't even it. These people are savage. It's like the only power, the only truth, the last chance that the people have to be free and autonomous. You have to think beyond yourself. You have to think for the children. I don't even have kids. And I'm like, oh my God, these kids. Oh my God. It's like, what is going to happen to the children of the future when they're being indoctrinated at a young age to think about sexual stuff when they're in third grade and when they're 8 years old, when you have all of these people that are teaching them that this is the way, and you're a gender fluid, you're a freaking amoeba, you came out of the womb and you're just a blob of cells, you're just an amoeba, determine what you want. You could call yourself Z or Zerd, or you could call yourself Tyrannosaurus Rex if you want. It's like, these people are insane. And it's like, not only that, do whatever you want, boo-boo. I'm just saying, like, let's not get it twisted. You go in the doctor's office, they're like, are you a Z or a Zer? It's just like, no, like literally, no, I don't know. Biology is a real thing, but whatever. Oh, truth over facts, whatever. Everything's garbage. I'm just saying, these kids don't have a chance. And you got a 5-year-old in school wearing a diaper on their face, a muzzle over their face, miserable, breathing it. It's like, oh my God, what is going on? It's so savage. These people are disturbing savages. And it's just like, and we're just going to sit here and be like, oh, I watched Hannity. It's like, yo, this is a trap. This is a trap. So it's just like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, like our brothers and sisters, like our human brothers and sisters, our human Z's and Zers and theys and whatever the hell you want to call them in Australia are being locked down because 3 people died. 3 people out of 21 million people, 3 people in Australia died of the Corona clap, the Delta Airlines variant. Oh, they probably, one of them was constipated. They tripped and fell off a ladder. They died. Delta Airlines variant. Can you imagine 3 people died out of over 20 million people, 20 million people. 3 people died, and they locked down half of the entire population of the country. You know how many more people than 3 people are going to die from self-harm, suicide, overdose, physical abuse, or whatever? Probably in a week. Those people probably died already. 3 people probably died the first day because they were like, yo, we're about to close your business up for the 8th time for another 2 weeks, and if all these savages protest in the street, we're going to close it for 2 more weeks. People are gonna die at a far more exponential clip than 3 people. So it's just like, these people are sick. These people are sick. And it's like, again, it's like, I'm not trying to, whoa, take it easy. I'm not trying to like sit here and just be like, no, I'm just saying, like, sitting on the sidelines of this is not an option. These people are lying to us. And again, I got to give a lot of credit. I got to give a lot of credit to Anomaly. I was listening to him last night, and he did a 2-hour stream yesterday. He was just talking about how there's just this trap, like the Republican, Democrat, left, right trap. It is a complete trap. And he's like, he was talking about Donnie. He was like, I'm not sure what Donnie's about to say, but I bet he's going to say X, Y, and Z. And he's going to say nothing about the diapers. He's going to say the juice was all him. He's going to be patting himself on the back. And dude, the guy's spot on. It's like, these juice passports are the greatest risk to your freedom to ever exist. And I saw an article, at least in the near term, it's the most obvious, clear and present danger. And people are like, if you don't care that people are floating in on the southern border at the most expeditious clip in the history of in U.S. history or whatever, if you don't care about that, all right, fine. If you don't care about people dying of fentanyl at a ridiculous clip, okay, fine. If you don't care about murder rates and crime rates in every major city going off the charts, police forces not doing their job because they can't, because they're getting clapped because of all these rules, if you don't care about that, okay, fine. At the very least, you should care about the kids that are wearing these diapers and these passports, because this is a huge, huge thing. And all those other things are terrible as well, but like, for the love of Christmas, like, can we pick something? Because this is so bad. It's like, Jiminy Christmas. So I saw this article today that the epicenter of wokeness, San Francisco, is considering requiring the juice, proof of the juice in bars, and that 85% of all bars and restaurants in San Francisco are in favor of requiring and validating proof of the juice in order to enter their establishment. And it's like, bro, this is a major U.S. city in the most populous U.S. state. It's like, if San Francisco can do it, any variety of places can do it, and this is a problem. And the problem is that is that all those people, as Anomaly calls them, vaccine supremacists. Shit, I said the word. I shouldn't have said it. Whatever. Juice supremacists. Up. I'm about to get clapped. See, because this is the world we're in, because everything's garbage. These people that are juice supremacists are out here being like, just show your proof of the juice. All that's going to happen is it's going to be the Delta Airlines and then the Spirit Airlines. And then there's going to be the Spirit Airlines variant. You're going to have to pay $9 in order to die, whatever. They're going to like, thanks for flying Spirit. We just took your bag and threw it into an inferno. You'll never see your stuff again, whatever. They're just going to say, everybody get the juice. Oh, now there's Delta Airlines. Now there's a Spirit Airlines. Now there's a United Airlines. Everybody get back in your house. Everybody get in the trap. Oh, you don't have proof of the juice. Oh, you don't want to get the booster. You've looked into the history of these companies and you see that they've had time and time again, absolutely savage moves where they've chosen profits over people's lives. There's more than enough of a track record of any of these major companies being absolute and complete savages at the expense of human life and not caring even a little bit. And you're supposed to trust these psychopaths that are making record profits, more profits than they ever made in the history of the business ever. You got companies like Moderna that didn't even produce a product until this like, oh my God. And you're going to say, oh, you got the juice. Oh, you need the booster. Oh, every 6 months. They're going to make you get this forced thing for the rest of your life. And these people are so stupid. They can't even see 5 feet in front of them as they think it's like, oh, everyone get the juice, protect your neighbor. It's like, dog, you don't even understand. It's just like the lack of information, the lack of awareness that your average person has is remarkable. And it's driving us down a very slippery slope where we're going to get trapped and then we're Scrooged forever. If they can take away your basic human rights, your ability to go to a store and purchase freaking food, we're in trouble. And aside from all of this, there's like it's like they're burning the candle at both ends. I was listening to Ron Paul before, the Ron Paul Liberty Report. Highly recommend it. Check it out on YouTube. Ron Paul's the man, truth seeker, American patriot, hero. Ron Paul, literally American patriot. I think he's in his 80s, making a freaking radio show every single day. This guy's the man. Does not need to be doing it. The man. Ron Paul was talking today about all this inflation, and he's just like, you know what happens after inflation? What happens after inflation is all the prices continue to go up, and then eventually the federal government's going to step in to save everybody because everybody's going to be like, Big Blue, give me a Werther's Original, Joe. Give me a Choco Chip, Joe. I'm dying. And they're going to print all this money and inflate all this money away. And what's going to happen is they're going to start price fixing because they're going to say, well, it's unfair. It's unfair for you to charge X, Y, and Z price for such and such. And they're going to start price fixing. And when they start price fixing, because they're not allowing the free market to do its thing, we're going to have shortages. I'm not trying to be a doom and gloom. I'm not saying it. This is Ron Paul saying it. I believe it makes sense. I study the economy. It makes sense to me. As soon as the government jumps in, because rampant inflation takes over, which it already has, like take a gas in California is like $5-6 now, could be $7-8. When they come in and say it's unfair for the gas station to charge $7 a gallon, we're going to price fix. You can't make it over X dollars. We're going to have shortages because there's going to be no financial incentive for those businesses to stock up on that material because the margins are going to be so razor thin that they're not going to buy it. They're not going to buy the stuff because there's not going to be enough of a profit incentive to do it. The cost of labor is going to be so high that nobody wants to work. There's open jobs all across the country like never before. And they're just going to put in price fixing. And as soon as they put in price fixing, we're toast. We're toast. Because then we're not going to have basic products and services. Then complete and utter dependent, screaming to the high heaven. You know how quickly people freak out when they don't have basic goods? Remember at the beginning of the Corona clap when people didn't have toilet paper? Imagine not having water. Imagine not having bread. And we had similar issues to that, but it still was being produced to some degree. Imagine if it was just gone. I mean, it's like we would be in trouble. The average American family, some large percentage of American families live paycheck to paycheck, which is horrible, let me add, but they learn their fiscal responsibility from the federal government. They look at the federal government. The federal government is just an extension of the collective of people. The collective of people, if they were broke, they would get a second job. They would cut back on their spending. They would start reducing their debt so that they didn't go bankrupt and freaking die. But the U.S. government is completely reckless with the amount of money that it spends. It saves nothing. It overspends. It borrows into oblivion. It creates an inflationary spiral, prints money out of thin air, and it's driving us off a cliff. What incentive does your average person have to be fiscally and financially responsible? Of course, they have nothing because they know the government's going to bail them out. They're going to get a food stamp. They're going to get a housing supplement. They're going to get their bills resolved. They're going to get unemployment for $300 a month plus the traditional unemployment benefits. Oh, $15 an hour. They're going to gas everybody on the wages. Oh, now I'm getting $300 a month per kid. I got 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. Let me just have another kid. It's like they're creating an irreversible dependency on the federal government structure to print us out of every problem. And once you're in there, that's it. You're out. You're done. There's no coming back from that. So it's like, I don't know, dog. I'm just saying, it's like, this is real bad. So it's like, it's not just the juice. It's not just the passports. It's not just the border. It's not just the lockdowns. It's just not the overdoses. It's not the punishment. It's not the minimum wage. It's not the inflation. It's everything combined. Pick a cause, pick something that you really resonate with and start talking about it for the love of Christmas. Start making some Instagram reels or some TikToks or something, because it's bad out there. And I would wager that the vast majority of people sit in the middle or in the I don't care category, and they're going to care real quick when they can't figure out how to get a loaf of bread for less than $10. They're going to, because if they don't care about a $7 tank of gas, that's because it's temporary. It's temporary. Joe's stroking everybody's grundle, telling them it's going to be okay. I'm just going to, the hair on your legs, corn pop. Let me just tickle your fleshy fun bridge and give you a Werther's Original to suck on. It's temporary. And you know what's going to happen? Joe's going to light the flame, and then he's going to bail, and he's going to let Krusty take over. And Krusty's going to be like, Crust. And everyone hates Crust because she's terrible. She's particularly horrible at her job. And then we're dealing with Crust. Then we're dealing with Crust, the most progressive psychopath to ever exist in government in the history of time. It's like, okay, so it's just like, it's like if you start preparing when opportunity comes, it's too late. You're going to miss it. This is the opportunity here is the lack of opportunity, the loss of opportunity, the loss of freedom. If we don't start preparing to insulate ourselves from some type of downturn, we're in big trouble. So it's just like, I cannot stress this enough. Fortify your financial position by buying and accumulating assets, whether that be gold, whether that be silver, whether that be food, water, whether that be weapons, whether that be ammunition, whether it be real estate properties, whether it be stocks, whether it be something that's a non-denominated US dollar asset. I don't know. I'm just saying you're much better off with assets than you are with cash. And it's like, it's rough. And again, it's like the thing that's making all of these things, the thing that creates the most change the fastest is when large swaths of people unanimously or collectively agree that something is wrong enough that they'll freak out about it. And that freak out has a pretty powerful impact on the people that are supposedly leading us. It's like everybody speaking up is the only solution. Not every issue goes to the polls, you know? It's like you don't have to like wait till the ballot box and be like, place my vote for such a. It's the voices that are heard on television. It's the voices that are heard in magazines, in news articles, that are on social. It's the voices that are heard in the public square, that are heard in the conversations that you have with your friends. It's the conversations that are overheard at the restaurant. You have to put your foot down and you got to be like, listen, this is what it is. I'm going to make a decision about my own health based on this research. If you want to hate me for it, okay. Find friends that understand and see the world the way that you do, or try to talk to those people and have conversations with people to help them understand your point of view. Do more speaking up. Support the businesses that don't do this stuff. If you live in San Francisco and you go into one of those and you want to go into one of those bars that requires the juice, if you have gotten the juice, like you're creating more of this problem. It's like handing money. It's like handing money to a homeless person on the street here in Florida. You hand money to a guy that's begging at a stoplight here in Florida. That's going to incentivize that person A, to stay at that stoplight and hassle more people for money. B, it's going to feed their drug problem. And C, it's going to end up hurting them more than it's going to end up helping them. If you were to give them a piece of food, you'd be surprised they probably wouldn't even take it because they don't want the food. All they want is the money so they can buy more drugs. All they want to do is continue down that spiral. You have to understand the incentive and the result of what you do and the impact that it has on the people around you, your community, the neighborhood, whatever. People don't even understand how powerful their own voice is, even to just themselves. If you hear yourself saying something over and over again, you start to believe it. You start to have that level of confidence when you enter a new situation where you could be the only person in the room that's like, nah, I'm not taking the juice. If you guys want to hate on me, hate on me. This is my life. I make a decision for myself. You guys don't want to be friends with me, don't be friends with me. Don't hang out with those people. But you'd be surprised how there might be one person on the fence that's not going to speak up, that in their mind, something's going to click and they'd be like, you know what? Let me look into that. All it takes is that one little spark all the way migrated through. 12 months ago, when I said something to 5 people, it reached 5 people. It maybe reached 20 people. It maybe reached 30 people. Now I can say that exact same thing on here, and it can reach 50,000 people in a week. And I could just take an idea, pop it on here, and blast it. There's no difference between me and you. All I did was I decided to show up, decided to take a position, decided to be firm in it, and decided to consistently produce and output something that I thought had a greater purpose than I could ever have just by myself out here in the world. And it's being rewarded because people are understanding that this is what's necessary in order for us to move the country forward. So it's just like, you guys are supporting it. People will support you. You'd be surprised. If I see somebody talking about this stuff, I share that stuff. If I see somebody making merchandise that talks about that stuff, I support that stuff. People want to support it. And if you can't support it financially, if you can't support it in the way that you go about your day-to-day life and in your conversations, at the very least, post it online. Or support the people that do. Because it's like, these elections, as much as we want to be like, the elections, they're all rigged, it's trash, whatever. It's like, yo, people need to understand that the general disposition of the population, the general zeitgeist of how the people feel at any given point can tip the scales very, very quickly, faster than any vote, faster than any election, faster than anything. You go out to your local school board meeting, you pull your kids out of public school, you move to an area that doesn't look this way, you go to a restaurant that doesn't, people follow that money. That money has a really powerful thing. And the way that people act can change and tip the scale of something really in a real big way. Small businesses in America can make your average small business in America, the business that sits on the corner of the street, that's right in front of your neighborhood. You'd be surprised how much money that business can generate. They can do $5, $6, $7, $8, $900,000 a year, $1 million a year, just one corner store, a gas station, a convenience store, or something just right around the bend in your local neighborhood. They could do $100,000 a month or whatever. You'd be surprised. And it's just like, if you were able to convince 50 people to not go to that store and they saw a 20% pop, that's their rent for the month. That's an employee that doesn't get paid. That's something that they got to do to adjust to make sure that they account for that loss in revenue. People that own a business do one thing all the time. If they're any good at business and if they've been in business for a while, they look at the books every single day. I had a small business. My business still wasn't doing millions of dollars. My business was doing over 6 figures, but it wasn't doing anything crazy. I looked at my books every day, every single day, every day for 15 years, every day. I looked at them every single day, every week, every day, every quarter, every month. And every month I would look back at the month and be like, well, why did this person not buy as much? Why did this buy? I have to adjust here. I have to adjust here. People notice when their pocketbook, when their wallet is impacted, even a small amount. A 10% decline over 12 months is a lot of money. So it's just like, if we could only understand the power of our financial decisions on small businesses around us and how powerful our words are on the people that are in our social circles, our families, our communities, and all these other things, we would understand that the true power lies within all of us. And it's everybody just being like, someone else will do it, Hannity will do it, or whatever, that we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So that's like the message is just like, for example, it's like, I listened to Anomaly last night. I was doing laundry and doing a bunch of non-pertinent garbage tasks. I just had him playing in the background for 2 hours. I'm thinking about what he's saying. I thought about it all day today. I'm putting it on here. There's 175 people watching this right now. This video between YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram will get 5,000 views in the next 36 hours. That's 5,000 people that are going to be affected by what Anomaly said to his 2,000 people. That's not even combined. That's not even taking into consideration the 2,000 people that he reached and the 50,000 views that his videos get, and all of that rippling through. This person is single-handedly changing the disposition of large masses of people. Sometimes, if you combine the amount of people that just Anomaly stream will reach between his channel and just mine right here, that's the population of some small towns in America. A small town in America, the town that I grew up in, Connecticut, has 16,000 people. His video last night plus this video will reach more than 16,000 people in one day. In one day, that's one town from what? From two people. And I'm a fraction of a subset of people, and that's just our two videos. That's not including the redistribution, the conversations, the thoughts and minds, and how those other conversations come. As a result, it's like you don't even understand how much your 50 Instagram followers or your 100 Instagram followers or the 5 to 10 people that you keep close to, that you talk to all the time, you don't even understand how many people those 10 people reach in a 30-day span of time. It's like we don't even understand our own power. And if we were to simply understand that, you would realize that the government has a very, very small amount of power, in the same way that your parents have a very small amount of power when you're 15 years old. If you decide that you're leaving your parents' house when you're 15 years old and you're just like, I'm out, and you just leave, walk out the door, if you can figure out a way to survive, if you can find a friend, if you can figure out a way to generate money, what are they going to do? Imprison you? They can't do that. You're out. It's when you realize that on the other side of the mental decision is the freedom. They can't control everybody. We, the collective good, is more powerful than any centralized structure will ever be. It's like we have the power. The reason that we don't have the power right now is because we're all just staring at the squirrel. We're all just being passive as they clap our cheeks, and we're just like, yes sir, put on my diaper now. It's like we're all just being subservient to what they're saying, and it's just like, as a result, everybody is suffering. So it's like, again, it's like, what can I do? Little old me. It's like, you can just use your voice. I don't know what else. I'm not going to sit here and be like, march down the street, but I'm saying it's like, something is better than nothing, and the collective effort of a whole lot of something is certainly of a little of something is a lot of something. And I think that that's the message that needs to go out. And even just having that conversation in small, intimate settings with the people that you care about the most will change more minds than you think. And it's crazy. Like I saw today that the DOJ is not going to investigate all the nursing home deaths in New York State that Cuomo created. 15,000 some odd people died in nursing homes in New York State, arguably because of the policies set in place by the dehydrated owl, Andrew Cuomo, by putting all these people that were sick in the hospital with the Corona cloud back into the freaking nursing homes. 15,000 human lives were purged, and they're not even going to investigate it. They're not even going to look at it. They don't even care about 50,000 people, yet these psychopaths, we're supposed to believe that they care about your everyday average person. There's tens of thousands of people getting murdered in the hood all over America every single day. They don't care about that. They could care less about that. Oh, defund the police. You know who's going to hurt from that? All the inner cities, all the people of color, all the people that they're supposedly going out to face. They're goosing and gassing and gaslighting every single person on the planet. And it's just like, all right, then. So it's just like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm not that anything. I'm just a guy that yells on his phone. I was sitting here, I was putting together a piece of furniture a few minutes ago, and I'm like, oh man, like it's 9:30 Sunday night. The account's been ripping this week. This is what I got to do right now. This is what I'm about to do. I'm about to build that later when I'm tired and sweating and whatever, but I need to come on here and do this right now. That's what I got to do, right? That's the discipline that's necessary in order for all this stuff to move forward. That's what we got to do. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know the solution. That's my solution. My solution is communicate. There's a lot of people that just are uninformed. And here's the thing. I've said this a million times. In August of 2020, when my first video blew up, 65,000 views overnight, picked up 10,000 followers in like 10 days. I had been doing research on this topic for 10 years. 10 years. And I was screaming into my phone and screaming to people that I knew, and nobody cared. And one day they started to care. And now there's 50,000 people on here. There's 10,000, there's 15,000 people on Facebook. There's 1,000 people on TikTok. There's 2,000 people on YouTube. And the combined power in 12 months is 65, 70,000 people. That's a Yankee Stadium full of people in 12 months. I'm not that special. I'm not that smart. That's a stadium full of people. And people like Anomaly have close to 1 billion views. 1 billion views. People don't even understand the power that we have. That video went from, I was getting 200 views a video to 65,000 views on a video in one night. So if you put out a video or put out a little piece of information, just a little bit with a little bit of consistency, one of them's going to hit, one of them's going to rip, and you're going to help change the world for the better. But if everybody's like, no, little old me, poor me, no discipline, no spine, no backbone, no nothing, no effort, we're screwed. And it's just like, I can't do it. Anomaly can't do it. The politicians can't do it. It has to be the collective. It has to be a little bit of everybody, or we're screwed. So it's like, so I don't know. But to me, it's just like the risk of not speaking up before it's too late is the biggest problem. And I know it's like, oh, too late. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be negative. It's like, I want to come on here and zap about your ball bag and tickling your bag. I get it. But it's like, sometimes the stuff is just nuts. And the more that I look at it, the more I realize that, like I said, a year ago, when I was paying attention 2 to 3 hours a day, I'd be building a website and I would listen to a couple of podcasts. I listened to the Ron Paul Liberty Report. I'd listen to Luke from We Are Change. I'd read Breitbart for 5 minutes. I'd look on Drudge, which ended up being sold and turned into a heaping pile of garbage. And I would listen to Shapiro. I would listen to Steven Crowder. I would consume 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours a day. And I was like, I'm informed. I'm in the know. I know what's going on. But then for the other 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day that I was awake, I was building websites, living my life, doing my thing, just trying to stay happy, stay above water, build my financial position, get in better shape, whatever. Now that I do this full time because you, the marketplace, spoke and said, do this for us. We need you to do this as the market spoke. I was like, all right, then. So now I spend 10 hours a day on it. And now the amount of progress through that information that I can make in 1 month is equivalent to how much I would make in 6 months before. So I'm 6 months ahead of my former self each month. So it's like by the end of the year, I could be 3-4 years worth of research ahead of where I would have been. So here I am 4 years ahead because the market is like, please do this. And it's like, I'm trying to say, I'm paying attention to this stuff. And the vast majority of things just poof into nothing because people need to understand that the media cycle is 48 hours long. And if you can't get something to stay because enough people freak out about it and speak up about it, it's gone. And it's like, there are so many things that are in bad shape. That it's like, if we just sit around and be like, the Maricopa, Donnie is going to come from a pineapple under the sea on a Black Hawk. And Fauci was just saying, I saw an article today that said that Fauci and the Center for Garbage Control are reconsidering the diapers again. It's like, did we not read this guy's emails, dog? It's like, the emails were right there. The guy said they're not. It's like, bro. And people are like, oh, Fauci. And then you have Olivia Rodrigo, bless her heart, the chick is 18 years old. She's like, oh my God, it's such an honor to meet Dr. Fauci. It's like, an honor to meet Dr. Fauci? This guy's a clown. This guy's a clown shoe. And they want you to see her say that it's an honor to meet him. Tell him it's an honor. We'll pay you for it. Come to the White House. We'll bump your stock up. You know how much more music she probably sold that day? Yeah, we'll give you an international broadcast. We'll blast you around the planet. That's free marketing, dog. You know her record label was like, yup, do that. You have to do that. You must do that. She was like, oh my God, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Fauci. This chick is a child. This is a child. This is a child. This girl doesn't know anything about this stuff. All the best to her. Like, I'm not hating on Olivia Rodrigo. Bless her heart. If I was 18 years old and I was like, oh, Fauci, oh, Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe, don't sniff my hair. It's like, I get it. But she doesn't know what she's doing. She's bought and paid for. They're like, put on a cute dress and wear your white socks with these heels for some reason, and then stand next to Circle Backy, and we're gonna blast your brand around the planet for weeks. You're gonna make a bunch of cash. And her record label execs are like, yep, do it. It's like, okay. I don't know. Yet here we are. It's like we have the ability to vote with our money, probably first and foremost, and more important than any. We have the ability to vote with our voice, and we have the ability to vote with our personal conversations. That's what we have. That is what we have going on. That's what we have going for us, and that's really what's going to end up doing it for us. Sorry, I forgot to pin my thing on here. That's what's going to end up doing it for us. So it's like all I'm trying to say is that this is a decision that needs to be made independently by all people. And if there was a message that I would need to hear, or that I think anybody needs to hear, is like, fortify your financial position, validate all the information that comes into your life, have more conversations with the people that are around you, support creators and support websites and content and publications and news channels and people that are saying the things that need to be said, and say it yourself, more importantly than all. It's like, you don't even understand how many people you could affect. You don't even understand how powerful your voice and your words are. And quite frankly, I think it's the only solution to all this stuff. And the people of France, their voices are being heard because they're showing up in numbers. The people of Cuba, their voices are being heard because they're showing up in numbers. At the end of the day, everybody needs to handle their own operation. They need to fortify their own position. They got to speak up for their country. But it's like, what's happening in Australia is insane. What's happening in France is insane. What's happening in the UK, what's happening even in the United States is nuts. And it's like, they're about to bring these diapers back. They already got them back in California. I saw Angelina Love on here just say that they're about to bring the diapers back in St. Louis. And it's just like, it's like, fam, this is never gonna end. They are gonna continue coming back with this. Oh, it's the Delta Airlines. Oh, the cases. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's like they goose the numbers. They lie. They don't tell you about the pre-existing comorbidities. The facts and the truth is right out in the open, and people don't even take the time to pay attention to it. It's like Fauci, this weeble, his whole email strings are all out in the open, and you can see this guy straight out lie to everybody, get caught in lies multiple times, flippity flop, flip flop, and people are like, the guy's the highest pay. Your tax dollars are paying this guy more money than they're paying the ghost of Joey Basement. It's like, it's trash. And it's like, again, I'm not trying to sit here and be like doom and gloom, the world's on fire, like go into the forest and and buy a 30-06 and stand in a tree and like hunt elk, even though that would be dope. It's like, I love America. Like, I want to like, this is beautiful. If this is our dare to be great moment, and this is all we got to do is speak up. All right, well, we could do that. We can't do that. I'm pretty sure we could do that. So, because that's the thing, is like, if I saw all of those things happening, all right, now we got to kick it up to the next level. We're not even like past level 2. It's like, we're not even doing the most basic of things. We're just like, Donnie, like Donnie's going to save us. He's in a pineapple under the sea. And it's like, dude, I just think that all these politicos are completely full of malarkey. And even the ones that we trust the most, even they are tough to trust. A lot of these people are beholden to some greater power and their ability to fortify their position, getting paid. Everybody's trying to get that papel. So I don't know. So it's just like, I believe that it'll be good. I believe that we'll get out of it. I believe that America will persevere, but that's primarily because I believe that we can turn this around by having these conversations and changing the course of this mess on the local level first, and then in our personal conversations with each other. So that's my message. Thank you to Jesse CT6 on YouTube for the super chat. I appreciate that, or the super sticker. I don't even know what you call these things. But thank you, Jesse CT, for that. I appreciate that. Thank you to everybody that have been buying the badges on here. I really appreciate that. I want to give you guys a quick shout out. Thank you, Lana Liberty One, for the continued support. I appreciate you. Lisa Chaser 20. Leo's the Lion, Britt Seawolf, Jake Cook 11, Ryan Big Ray Fozzie, Sean 87 Callahan, Russell Saraski MD, and Dawn Maureen. I appreciate you guys so much for buying the badges on Instagram, and thank you Jesse CT6 on YouTube for the super chat. I appreciate that. So that was like my message for the day, but I want to kind of get in the conversation with you guys. I know I haven't really been looking at the chats because it throws me off. So I've been kind of going in with my message of the day. But I wanted to see what you guys have to say in the comments and just chat for a little bit here with you guys for a little bit. I just did a 54-minute monologue of me absolutely ripping. Thank you, A Mark Life, for the badge on Instagram. I appreciate it. That was a 54-minute rip. So I just want to see what you guys have to say. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it. Thank you, Magic Please, for the badge. Appreciate it. We got a lot of people on Facebook and YouTube. What's up, Facebook and YouTube people? I appreciate it. This is, I think, the most people I've had live on YouTube so far. 13. That's pretty good. I've only seen like usually 3 or 4, so 13 on YouTube. That's what's up. What's up, people on YouTube? Appreciate you being here. What's up, people on Facebook? Some pretty decent numbers on Facebook as well as on Instagram. I appreciate it. People are saying, what's the drink? This is GT's Ancient Mushroom Elixir. Basically tastes like root beer. I drink a lot of kombucha. It's from that same company, GT's, that makes all the good kombucha, and it's really good. Crystal Neal on YouTube says, I try to spread all the videos around. Appreciate that. Thank you, Britt Seawolf. I appreciate that. She said, thanks. Congrats on the numbers. Yeah, I mean, so Russell Saraski MD, at Russell Saraski on MD. I saw him in the chat here before. He also bought a badge in here. Appreciate you, Russell. I would highly suggest that everybody goes and follows Russell Saraski and listens to the stuff that he says about all this stuff. He's got a lot of really great information. This guy is a doctor, a neurologist, board certified, triple board certified. I think it's one of the only in the country. This dude has a lot of great information. I highly suggest everybody goes and follows him at Russell Saraski MD on Instagram. He's done several podcasts with Andy Frisella on the Real AF podcast. I would highly recommend that you listen to his podcast that he's done with Andy. A lot of great information on there, and it'll give you a lot of talking points so that you can bring to a conversation with a person that doesn't understand what's going on. His handle is Russell Saraski MD. RUSSELL SURASKY MD. Lori on Facebook said Canada is the worst. Yeah, Canada is not doing well right now. Definitely sketchy. Yeah, and like the other thing too is that I think that I really think that I think that the solution to this is close to everything. I don't understand why they want everybody to get the juice. I just don't get it. Change your DNA. They want it because they want to be able to. They want you to be beholden to a higher power so that they can control you forever. This is just the current iteration. If they could convince everybody to do this, they could convince you to get one every year, and then you're trapped. Then they could take your rights away. They could take your rights away. Justified taking your rights away. Angelina said her family's in Canada. It's China. Michelle on Facebook says I'm a molecular biologist. Hold on. Michelle says Michelle on Facebook says I'm trained as a molecular biologist. The more I hear about the virus and the juice, the more I'm like, WTF? This is all about power. There's no science here. Yeah. I mean, it's just about it's just about exercising power. I mean, that's the thing. That seems to be the general message. It's like, if I can convince your fellow brothers and sisters that it's okay for me to say that you can't travel, you can't move, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to a bar, you can't go to a concert. If I can get everybody to unanimously agree that you don't deserve your basic rights because you didn't take this thing that I want to force into your body, then they can essentially get away with anything. So it's like, plus it's like, these are companies. It's like the juice manufacturers are companies. These companies that are in business to make money. These people are trying to make more money. And they're all in bed together. They all profit off each other. You think all those people that sit in Congress, you don't think they have stock in those companies? Come on. They're not stupid. Because a lot of these people are savage and they're just like, yeah, who cares about people? Let me just buy some stock. My stock will go up. Let me just buy some stock in Faisal. Let me buy some stock in Jay and Gisler. It's like, these people are sick. Meanwhile, you got people dying. They settled the highest court case settlement of all time. It's like, these companies are savage. They've been caught with their pants down numerous times, and it's like, okay. So it's like, yeah, I'm just about to just trust this. It's fine. Like, I'm not anti-juice. I'm not anti every juice. It's like, but like, I'm good right now. And the fact that you're going to try to force anybody to do anything like this for this when they're clearly fudging all of the numerologies, it's like, it's just the beginning of a lot of problems, in my opinion. Yeah, people are saying that they're seeing restaurants and stuff saying like you wear a pin if you got the juice or not. Exactly. Yeah, and it's like again, it's like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to say that you shouldn't be able to force everybody else to do something because that's what you want. If you want to do that, you should do that. But it's like, dude, these numbers, it's like, I just don't trust these numbers. Like, these guys lie about so much. They lie about so much. And it's just like, are we supposed to just, now we're supposed to just believe everything that comes out of their face when they lie about everything else? It's like, why this? Why now? It's like they're using it to justify taking your rights away. And it's like I said, it's like what they take away, they're not going to give it back to you. They're not going to be like, all right, everything's calmed down. You could just like freely move about the cabinet. No, they want to take everything from you. And it's like what they want to do with the Second Amendment is like, that's some crazy stuff, man. Because if they knew that everybody didn't have that, forget it. You're done. You don't have a chance. And I'm not saying it's going to come to that, but the only hope that it wouldn't come to that would be the fact that exists. Thank you, Jillian Kelly, for the badges on Instagram. Appreciate that. Thank you. Someone said they're only testing people that got the juice or that didn't get the juice. That's right. Thank you. Are you kidding me? O2 said the new fan. Appreciate that. Yeah, like the other thing that again, and like I said this earlier, there's a lot of you that I've seen in here every single time. And the people that buy the badges, there's 13 people that bought the badges so far in this chat. Probably 11 of them buy a badge in almost every single chat that they're in here. I see them buying them over and over again, supporting the cause, being here and supporting, and I appreciate those people so much. But to think what I was trying to show today about the reels is like, those reels are something that I've been doing for like 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, right? And in my top 9 reels, 866,000 views on those top 9 reels. That's 9 reels, 866,000 views. This is not rocket science. I've seen accounts that have 2,000 followers have a reel that goes 200,000, 300,000 views. 300,000 views from one reel. So it's like, go and start making reels. Born to Travel said I'd start buying badges, but my phone won't let me. That's okay. If you want to make a donation, the Venmo and Cash App is down here, or you can go to bobbysauce.com. There's a donate up in the tab. If not, I appreciate you just sharing the video. But if you want to donate, you can go to bobbysauce.com, or you can go to Venmo or Cash App. Whatever makes sense for you, I appreciate it either way. If you go in my link tree on Instagram, you go to Instagram and you can go to the link tree. In the link tree, it has a link to the donation button. You don't have to go to the website. It'll take you straight there. Sherry in Wonderland says, I don't know what's a reel versus a video. Go on Google and type in how to make an Instagram reel. Watch a YouTube video. It'll take you 5 minutes. But these things are going nuclear. And it's like, so as a result of me creating these reels and people sharing them as short little 15-second nuggets that everybody can digest really quickly and easily, as a result of that, the account's been picking up. Thank you, Debbie McGarren, for the badge. Appreciate you. As a result of these reels, the account has been picking up followers at the most expeditious rate that it has throughout the entire life cycle of this account. In the first month that my account existed, after I had that first big video, thank you, Tam Merck, for the badge. Appreciate you. In the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks of this account, I went from 1,000 followers to 10,000 followers in like the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So it was like 1,000. It was like a couple thousand a day. Thank you, Emily, for the Venmo. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. It was like a couple thousand a day. Since I started doing these reels, like I was usually averaging like 30 to 50 a day. And I was like creating videos that were doing pretty well. They're doing like 10 to 15,000 on most of the videos, some of them between 5 to 10. And every once in a while, there would be one that would go to 20 or 30. These reels, I'm consistently hitting at least 10,000 views on every reel, usually 20, sometimes 30,000 on every single reel. Usually every single one of them hits 15,000 in 3 or 4 hours. And it's like, that's not because of the following only. That's because the reels are quickly and easy to digest. So it's like, these reels are now making it so that I'm pulling in 150 to 240 people a day. That's 240 people. So it's just like, again, it's not necessarily because of me. It's because of the information that people like to share. They like to have that information be the information that they deliver. Thank you, Laura B0322, for the badge. Appreciate you. Thank you. It's because people want to share something that is in their own voice. If somebody sees something that they're like, wow, that's crazy, they want to spread it naturally. We inherently want to spread good. And everybody can digest a 15-second clip, whether they're sitting in the car, waiting for somebody to come into their car, waiting for a phone call, a commercial in between a TV show that they're watching, whatever. They're sitting at the bus stop. They're waiting on their coffee in the line at Starbucks. Everybody can digest that 15-second hit. So if everybody on this live stream, if the 125, 135 people that are on this live stream right now all made a 15-second reel every day for the next 7 days, you're talking thousands of 15-second clips. Thousands of 15-second clips that could do 2 to 5K per clip. You're talking hundreds of thousands of views. And if you make something that's worth listening to in that 15 seconds, that nugget can go nuclear. So it's just like, please start creating some reels. The reels are where it's at. And there's no trick to it. There's nothing special about it. It's just like hit in 15 seconds, say something worth sharing that's going to make a difference in someone's day where they're like, damn, do that, and it blows up. Angel X Baby said, I had to have a conversation with my 6-year-old of what if anyone tells him he needs to take the juice at school. Yep, exactly. Yeah, because that's what it is. Lana Liberty says, I'm too long-winded for IG. No, you just have to figure out ways to make digestible nuggets. It's hard for me to make a clip in 15 seconds, but if I understand that that's the necessary distribution message in order for me to get that point across, I can condense it by just taking the little bit of extra time to think about what it is so that I can deliver it. Like I was thinking about that. I did my Cuba reel, the Cuba reel that I did, which was like, I can't believe that people are actually out here believing that the people are in the streets of Cuba because they don't have the juice. And I was just like, how do I make it so that it just hits home? It's like the media thinks you're stupid. It took me 30, 40 minutes to just think of what I was going to say for 15 seconds. It took me hours of research to come to the conclusion where then I took 30 minutes to make a 15-second reel. So it's just like you have to think about it so that it pops. So in that 15 seconds, it's like, yep, that's it. Thank you, Michelle Showmaker, for the badge. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. So it's like, so Lana Liberty says, I started my TikTok end of February and I'm at 22K. I can't get close on here. You can get close on here if I hate hearing anyone say can't. I hate that statement. It's such a limiting belief. And Lana Liberty, I love you, but you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. The reason that it's not working here is because you're not making things native to Instagram. You're not embracing the Instagram game. You have to embrace that game. When I started on TikTok, I was frustrated because I wasn't getting any views on TikTok. And then I decided I needed to learn the game. Once I got my first taste of a hit, I started to try to learn that game. Now I tell people on Instagram, go over to my TikTok, follow me on TikTok at TakeNaps2Ss. Go and follow it. I put it in my Linktree. I put it on my Facebook. I put it in my YouTube. I try to cross-pollinate all those things. I try to make content that's native to TikTok, and I try to embrace and learn it. So it's just like, just learn more about Instagram. Do live streams with people. Figure out the game. Post more reels. Figure out ways to digest something that's otherwise going to be 15 seconds, and don't just repost a TikTok with a TikTok logo in there. Don't repost it. Make a native Instagram reel, and that Instagram reel will probably perform better. Think about this. If you owned Instagram, if you were on Instagram, would you want to reward a person that makes a good video that has a TikTok logo moving around in it, or would you want to reward a person that makes a native Instagram reel? Which one would you want to reward? Naturally, the AI that reads all of these images, because just so everybody knows, artificial intelligence is watching the screen, listening to what I'm saying, reading all the comments, and reading the captions of the words that I'm saying in real time as it's being digested. So if I was to say, go, and I say something really bad, and I said it over and over and over again, and people in the comments were freaking out, it would be like, flag, throttle it, shut it down, clap it. They have to do that. So it's learning what you're saying as you go. So it's just like, if you post a repurposed TikTok that has a TikTok logo moving around, and the next guy has an Instagram reel with no TikTok logo, who's Instagram going to want to reward? They're going to want to reward the person that's building native Instagram only content. And then, and maybe you can direct people to TikTok, but they want you here. They don't want you competing. So if I have two clips that are just as good, but one has a TikTok logo and one doesn't, which one are they going to reward? I mean, it's just like, start building things that are native. So it's like, this is the thing. Repetition is the mother of skill. That's a quote from Coach Corey Wayne. Repetition is the mother of skill. It's like, all we got to do is be consistent. Today, I made 2 reels today. I put out a video today, and I'm doing a live stream. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 pieces of content. Each one of these videos, with the exception of each one of these videos goes on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then I take the clip and I took the reels and I put them on TikTok. That's like 6 pieces of content that came out today. And it's like, now this week, because I know these reels are ripping, I'm going to be like, I got to do 2 reels every day, 4 reels every day, 6 reels every day, 15-second reels. If I could knock those out, because that's what the marketplace is rewarding with views, if that's what IG wants us to do, that's what we got to do. Instagram is rewarding people that do live streams. They're like, we'll pay you to do consistent live streams over a course of the month, consistently, once a week, once a month, whatever. And it's like, okay, do them for 15 minutes, do them with multiple people. Repetition is the mother of skill. I was thinking when I put out that video today, I'm like, this last video that I put out, the one that I did yesterday because I just had to put it out, that has 26,000 views on Instagram, and it's doing really well on Facebook as well, and it's starting to multiply because people appreciate the content that was in that. Today, I was like, oh, I don't want to put out another video that's not going to do as bad as that. And I'm like, nope, wrong mentality. I have an abundance mentality. I could put out a new piece of content today that does better than that one. I don't know. Consistency. Feed the machine. Grow the audience. The marketplace rewards it. If you were sitting at home today and you saw 4 pieces of content from me, 6 pieces of content from me, and then a 2-hour live stream, you're like, this MF out here spitting right now. And it's like, you're like in my ecosystem and you're going to see what I'm doing tomorrow. So it's like, but I'm about to show up tomorrow. That's the thing. Because to me, it'd be one thing if this was just like, all right, this is the career, this is what it is, whatever. But to me, it's like I see the purpose. When I was building websites, it was about living my life, getting my life better, and making money and growing as a person, whatever. But it wasn't purpose driven. It wasn't like this could do something that could help the world be a better place. When I saw the purpose driven, now I'm like, this does not even work. Angel XOX Baby says, what's your TikTok handle, Bobby? It's Take Naps with 2 S's. All of my links are in my link tree. Go to Instagram after you get off the stream. Go to the link tree, link in my bio on Instagram. In the link tree is all my stuff. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything. Take Naps, 2 S's on TikTok. Please go to the link tree. All the stuff is there. Take you to bobbysauce.com. It'll take you to my email. You can send me an email, woke@bobbysaucelito.com. All the links are in the link tree. I pay every month for that. Use the link tree. All the stuff is there. You can't miss it. I put it on my Facebook as well. It's also on my YouTube. The link tree has everything. It's all there. You have to pay. Born to Travel said, do you have to pay for Linktree? You don't have to pay for it if you don't want all of the features, but I want all the features. I'm willing to pay money to move the thing forward. Linktree is $6 a month for a professional version. It does tracking, analytics, and a variety of other things. $6 a month is nothing. 2 of these badges is $6. So you guys contribute to the cause here. I contribute back. You have a better experience on Linktree. I'm all about providing the quality. I want to give way more than I take, and all of you have been so generous to me. People buy badges in every single live stream. I haven't done a live stream in 6 months that hasn't had somebody buy at least 1 badge. I get Venmo donations, people buy merch, and people share the videos, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Mary Catherine. A new Venmo just came in. Thank you, Mary Catherine, for the Venmo. I appreciate you. That's the thing, is like, I will give as much as I can give, and it's like, every single dollar that adds up. Not that I'm sitting here trying to tell you to pay me, but all that does is it allows me to create more content. It allows me to dedicate more time towards staying independent and being independent. And it's like, you haven't seen me advertise any products and stuff on here, and it's because of all the people contributing and watching the videos and sharing them. All I ask is that you share. I appreciate everything else for sure, and it's huge, but all I ask is that people share. People are like, you're a grifter. It's like, okay. Thank you, Leo's Line. I appreciate you. Born to Travel says, do you have PayPal? The PayPal, you can pay with PayPal on bobbysauce.com. The link is in my link tree. I don't have a PayPal specifically for Bobby Sauce, but I need to create one. I'm going to create one this week. People keep asking me about that. I have a PayPal for my business, but I don't want to combine the two. So I'll make a PayPal this week. People have been telling me to make a Patreon. I don't want to make content that's behind a paywall. So I've been thinking about making a Patreon just so that people can contribute to it on a regular basis should they choose to. And maybe I'll guarantee to answer messages or something in there. But I've been working on these things for a while, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle it. I don't have TT, but I feel like I need to because IG and FB are so censored. Yeah, I mean, it's just another way of consuming more information. Like, I don't really like, generally speaking, what I encounter, on TikTok. And I think the fact that it's owned by by Chinese, by them, I don't really like that it's owned by them. And I think that it's probably a privacy concern and a lot of other problems with that. However, to me, I have the objective in crystal clear focus, and the objective is distribute the information as far and wide as possible. If that's going to be the platform that's going to allow me to distribute this message, all right, that's what I'm about to do. Because whether I like it or not, if people are there, people are there. Eyeballs are eyeballs, ears are ears, and that's what I got to do. So I'm trying to make sure that I can get the message out as far and wide as possible, and I'm not going to stop. And I think that over time, there will be a time in the future where it's like, wow, like, look at this build up. It's one a day, every day. And they always say, there's one of my favorite quotes is, when you do something you love, it tells you all its secrets. And you could interchange that with, like, if you do something for a long period of time, it tells you all its secrets. If you love something, it tells you all its secrets. Whatever. The universe. The universe guides your way or gets out of the way. There's a lot of different versions of it, but basically it's like, the more that I do this, the more I put into it, the harder I work at it, the better I get at it, the more secrets it tells me. And it's like, here, you should try this. And like, those reels came out of nowhere. I was looking for a way to distribute, and the reels came out of nowhere. Thank you, Alexandra, for the Venmo. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alexandra D, thank you so much for that. Yeah, like, and like, and here's the other thing too, is like, if you're like, I don't know what to say, combine forces with another person. Do live streams with another person. Just jump on a live stream with another person every day. You'd be surprised. My first live stream had like 30 people in it. And it's like, I've had a live stream that's had over 1,000 people in it. I've had ones that have 100. And like, I don't care. I wouldn't care if there was 31 people in here right now. I would just keep doing the live streams and keep doing them, because eventually there's going to be more, and then eventually there's going to be more, and then eventually there's going to be more. And that's just the way it goes. So it's like, the fact that there's over 100 people between the two streams, there's 115, 120 people in here right now, is amazing. That's great. If 120 people are going to pay attention to what I have to say, I'll show up. Tempe Pate Mays on Facebook says, hi from Fort Worth. What's going on? Love your content. Thank you. I feel like the comments stopped on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe not. Thank you, Valerie, on Facebook. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think my IG comments just stopped. That's weird. I'm gonna pull it up on my computer and see if they're still going through. Yeah, my comments just stopped on the gram. That's weird. It just stopped showing them. That's okay. Crystal Neil Kelly on Facebook says, she says, I want Sean 87 Callahan to do some stuff. Tell him I know he's on IG right now. All right. I just told him. Thank you, Gina, on Facebook. She says, you're one of a kind. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Gina. A Mark Life says, Bobby just tapped the screen. You don't think I did that, dog? Come on. Yeah, I don't know. It just stopped. Like, they're there, but they just stopped. But whatever, it's okay. I have it on my computer here. Somebody said on Instagram, how much longer before it's mandatory? Hopefully forever. We the People Radio. What's up, bro? Oh, my God. So Free Your Mind said, imagine 100 million people coming together and rising up. Yeah, I mean, imagine 100 million people just communicating that they were not satisfied with what's going on. It's like, that's really the most power. I think the pen is mightier than the sword, and I think that ultimately the solution is gonna lie in our financial decisions, what businesses we support, and the things that we choose to say in person, in school board meetings, at public meetings, online, on the news, on the radio, in social circles, to your family, to your friends, and to the people that you're close with. Mommy of four, Momai of four, said, I'm a fairly new follower, and one of the first videos I saw on IG was the California one about biological males imprisoning impregnating women inmates. I'm from Cali, and I could not stop watching. See, that's a person that came here from that reel. That's a 15-second clip that was on that reel, and now she watched all the videos and is here on the live stream. That's power right there. Thank you, Momia44. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for being part of the group here. What is going on? Why is this doing that? Looks like my IG just paused. That's really weird. Why is it reconnecting? That's so stupid. Man, that's so annoying. Am I back? Let me know if I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Looks like I'm like all pixelated. Looks like I just got clapped a little bit. Somebody tell me in the comments if you can see me again. I think it's my Wi-Fi. It's getting weird. Hold on. I'm going to try to reconnect to the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Let's see if I don't get clapped again. Yeah, I think it's the Wi-Fi. All right, am I back? How about now? Am I back and clear again? Back with a light clap. What's up, Gabby? What's going on? Am I back and clapped? Have I returned? I see you. It's pixelated. That's not good. Am I back? Am I back? Is it much better? Back? Okay, good. Yo, what's going on? All right, good. Much better. Yeah, I'm frozen on oh, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't even know. The clapping is real. It's real, fam. It's a real situation. No, people on Facebook are like, we're good. It was a YouTube thing. I was getting clapped on Facebook and YouTube. Now I'm getting clapped over here. So for anybody else, so again, I'm all about the tips. People are like, so I use a service called StreamYard, StreamYard. StreamYard allows me to stream to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. It also allows me to reach hundreds of other people because the videos all saved there. They're all native. Here on Instagram, it's vertical. Here on YouTube and Facebook, it's widescreen. And I've actually been thinking about hooking up one of my old phones that I have sitting around and having TikTok live stream here as well. So then I'll have the TikTok live stream running as well. So I'll get the two phones running and Facebook and YouTube. And StreamYard also allows you to stream on Twitch. I haven't even taken the time to go and invest in building on Twitch, but that's the type of stuff that this stuff allows us to do. It's like you could be simulcasting to all these different platforms, and then the video gets saved and put everywhere else. It's like, guys, we have more tools now in the history of time. This microphone was $100. I bought one. The first one that I bought was $30. This arm here that I attached to the thing here, this was like $25. It's nothing. It connects to my computer with a USB. Anybody can do that. The stand that I have this phone on, $20 on Amazonians. The webcam that I have up here for YouTube and Facebook, HD webcam, 1080p, $100. Microsoft LifeCam 2.0. Anybody could do it. StreamYard, $25 a month. Linktree, $6 a month. I mean, this is not, you know what I mean? It's like we could all do this. It's just like people are like, I can't. And it's like, dog, come on. Clams Casino. Boo Boo Kitty says, hi, Clams. Yes. Benjamin Porter said, what's this show called on YouTube? On my Linktree. Link linktr.ee/take naps. Linktree.com, linktr.ee/take naps. It's Bobby Sausalito on YouTube. Follow the Linktree. It's got my YouTube. It's got my Facebook. It's got all the links in there. Go to Linktree. Linktr.ee/take naps. That's my Linktree. It's got all my links in there. Gabby, StreamYard is for streaming to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. So my desktop computer is streaming to Facebook, streaming to YouTube, HD in horizontal, and then I'm streaming to Instagram on my phone. So my computer is streaming to those two services, and the phone is streaming to Instagram. Somebody said on Facebook, your voice goes deep in the back to normal. I hope that that's not happening anymore. It might have been because I moved the microphone. I'm wearing my face diaper shirt. Awesome that Tommy Vex is on TMZ. Yeah, not on the best of terms, though. I mean, the guy's an internationally recognized musician, so him being on TMZ for that is not good. I mean, no press is bad press, but it certainly is not a good situation. So Gabby said Shorby is way better than Linktree. I've never heard of Shorby before, but that's the problem. The reason that Shorby may be better in your mind is because maybe it has features that you like or maybe whatever. But what Linktree has is brand recognition and trust. There's a big thing that happens on the internet when people click on a link. Clicking on a link is an establishment of trust. So if you trust that you know what's going to happen on the other side of that link, the likelihood of you clicking that link is considerably higher. The vast majority of people have never heard of Shorby, but they have heard of Linktree. Because it has that name recognition, the trustworthiness of the link is of a higher value than whatever other features that you have from Shorby. Linktree takes down certain links to actual info and studies, and they're semi-common. Yeah, I mean, my links are to my social media accounts where the information gets distributed. So I don't need to really worry about that. But I've never heard of Shorby. It may have better features, but it doesn't have the link trust, and the trust is far more important than the features that it may or may not have. I mean, anybody could take down links that they don't like. So just don't post links on Linktree that they don't like. Post them to some other place and then link the Linktree to the place that you have the links, for example. I mean, this Shorby does look very cool. It definitely looks cool. Definitely a cool feature, but I don't think that it has the link recognition trust. So maybe it will soon, but right now I don't think it does. I've never heard of it. I bet that most people probably haven't, and that's the problem. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Gabby, but you and I have different approaches to how we approach things. So you do what works for you. I'm sure that it's better for you, but this is working good for me. So I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing. I still use Google a lot. Somebody said on Facebook, do I have a ham radio? No. I have a ham sandwich. Benjamin Porter says, I found you on YouTube. That's awesome. That's great. Thank you to Andrea, Mary, and Emily for the Venmo donations. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's so weird with the comments. Some of the comments are coming through on Instagram differently, and then some of them are not. It's really weird. If someone joins you on live, how do you stream it to YouTube? I can't. I can connect. I can stream live with people on YouTube and Facebook, but it doesn't make its way to Instagram. And if I stream live with somebody on Instagram, then it doesn't make its way to YouTube and Facebook. That's one of the big problems with the live streaming on Instagram. However, I have done it multiple times, and I've just taken my microphone and I've put it up here to the phone, and people can hear the guest talking, and then I move the microphone back to myself, and that's how I've gotten around that. And a lot of people actually stick around on Facebook and YouTube just hearing them. It doesn't stream the video, but then they can go and watch the video back later on Facebook or on Instagram. IG is trying to be extra clappy tonight, it seems. Any trolls? I have not seen any trolls, no. Thank you, Benjamin Porter. Benjamin on YouTube said, I subscribe for all notifications. Thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate you. Michelle on Facebook said, do you think it would be worth making videos explaining science stuff for everyday people? I mean, I think that question answers itself, Michelle. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think making any videos explaining things for everyday people would be of benefit. So yeah, absolutely. Definitely do that. The world needs that stuff. Mommy of Forces, what state are you in? Florida. Lana Liberty says you are almost able to go live on TikTok. Oh, I didn't even know that I couldn't go live. What is it, 1,000? Must be 1,000. Yeah, I'm excited to go live on TikTok. I'd like to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok, and then I can start to monetize the video clips as well. That would be clutch. Everything counts. Everything contributes to the cause, even though it's probably not that much money. It's good to have a flow. I can multiply $1. I can't multiply 0. 1,000. Okay, so I need 1,000 on TikTok. All right, well, if you are out there and you do not follow me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok at Take Naps 2 S's so I can go live over there. I'm almost there. I have like 800 and something. Yeah, I'm in Florida. Crystal says, I got the stinking TikTok for you. Well, don't get it from me. Just get it as another place to consume information and follow the hashtags that you think are interesting. It's just another way of getting a good view on the thing, a good view on the world. A Marked Life says, where's the best money? I think objectively, YouTube probably pays out the most. But because my videos are inherently vertical and that has not been the ecosystem I focused on the most, it does not generate the most revenue in terms of video ads. Instagram was not generating video ads until recently, but Instagram in the last 30. So I turned on video ads on Instagram on July 4th. That was when they first started to allow them to offer you. When you click on some of my videos, you'll see like a 5-second ad run before it. Those Instagram videos are probably paying out the most right now, but it depends. Sometimes my videos do better on YouTube do better on Instagram or on Facebook than they do on Instagram. So it depends. The video that I posted yesterday, like the investigative one that I did about the FIES logo on the American Academy of Pediatrics, that video did much better on Instagram than it did on Facebook, and it has generated more revenue on Instagram than it did on Facebook. Whereas there was another video that I made a couple of days ago that generated more on Facebook than it did on YouTube. Born to Travel said, did any of your neighbors see you run into the trash cans when I made that video? Probably. My neighbor has cameras around his entire house, so he sees any movement in my yard of any kind. And I know how those Ring cameras work, so I would wager that he probably has a video of me plowing through those trash cans. Sable says that was a great video. Thank you. Clapped. Yeah, my neighbors are definitely seeing a treat. Whatever though, I don't even care. I think it's funny. Mom forces. I'm a nurse and the science isn't adding up. We went from no corona collapse to diverting patients. They are majority fully juiced. I wonder if they're trying to put the lock. Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. B Went says, any acting gigs yet? No, not yet. Hopefully soon. Yeah, the Delta Airlines and all this other stuff. It's like if they'll lie to you about inflation, if they'll lie to you about the crime statistics, if they'll lie objectively on mainstream television, on the mainstream news, right to your face, it's like, what will they not lie about? They'll lie about everything. So it's like, oh, they're gonna just tell the truth now in this thing. It's like, okay, I believe that. I think of that quote from what was that movie? Super Troopers. He's like, I'll believe that when my shit turns purple and tastes like rainbow sherbet. Janet says, ask him for footage. Nice. Baker Mineral says, where's my Mussolini? So some people have started receiving the artwork. So Baker Minerals, I know I shipped yours out. You're in California, coming from Florida, so I would wager that yours will probably come tomorrow. But I had one in Chicago already hit, so you should be getting it in the next couple of days. A couple of people bought the artwork. I sold a bunch of those artworks. John Kerry. What is it now? Yeah, all the artwork is in the mail. I've shipped all the artwork out. So everybody that bought Bobby Sauce original art, it is in the mail. Should be getting too soon. A Marked Life says, I'm sending you artwork. Yeah, rock out. Send to my address. My address is on my link tree as well. Going on the wall. Sean 87. That's amazing. I love that. Sean 87 bought, but it says crack. I think it says the world is garbage or the world is on fire or something like that. And it's like a globe. It's like the earth flaming in a trash can. This is like 10% to the big guy. It's the best. Boo Boo Kitty says you look tired. Yeah, I need a macaroni necklace. No more tests. I'm not tired, but it is 11:30. Macaroni necklace. Yeah, I would love to do a podcast with Tim Dillon. I mean, the guy's way more the guy's like got way more stuff than me. But hit him up, tag me, send him a DM, be like, yo, you got to get on with this cat, and maybe it'll happen. I've been on some pretty big podcasts so far, and it's mainly been because of other people. Just tonight, I was watching on the Drinking Bros podcast. They had Marcus Lemonis. Marcus Lemonis, the guy from The Prophet, the show on CNBC, billionaire, owner of Camping World and Good Sam Enterprises. Guy's like a business mogul. He was on the Drinking Bros podcast, and so was I. I was on the podcast as well. How about that? And that came because somebody in my live was like, you should go on Drinking Bros, and they connected me with a guy that connected me with a guy that put me on Drinking Bros. So I was on the Drinking Bros podcast, and so was Marcus Lemonis. That's pretty dope. So if you go on my link tree, which is where all the good stuff is at apparently now, if you go on my link tree and you click the About Me or it's like About Me or whatever, you can see all the podcasts that I've been on and the links to download them, view them on YouTube, Apple Podcast, everything, the whole thing. Sable says, I think it'd be awesome if you linked up with Tim Pool. Tim Pool gets hundreds of thousands of views. He has millions of subscribers. Yeah, I would love to link with them, but people have to blow them up. Like, I can't just hit up Tim Pool and be like, yo, get me on. That would be sick. I would love to do that, but I know. I wish there's a way to do it. Yeah, just tag him. Just tag me in his comments. Tag me on his stuff, and chances are they'll see it. You know, we'll see. We got some people on YouTube making friends out here. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, people are on YouTube just linking up and being pals. Sean says, have you ever thought about doing debates? Yeah, I mean, I don't know that my debate skills are that polished that I can like recite factoids. Debating is definitely a skill, but I mean, I certainly think that I would have something to say, but I don't know how I would do in a debate. I'm pretty knowledgeable, but I don't know that I'm that knowledgeable. I would have to really prepare. I mean, I would be down to do it. MSVT says live merch. I would like to dedicate a whole live stream to live merch, and right now it's 11:30. I don't know if I could do it right now. I think tomorrow would be good, though. I think I could do it tomorrow. Angel said, did Donnie speak tonight or something? I think he spoke yesterday in Arizona. Michelle on Facebook says, you and Tim Pool would be a hot conversation. Yeah, Tim Pool's a smart dude. A very smart dude. MSVT says, not now, but soon. Yeah, I think I should do it tomorrow. I would like to do it tomorrow. People have been asking about doing a live merch session for a while. It's been like over a month and a half since I've done one. I've got that coupon code running until the 50K, so it would be a good opportunity to do it. So I think I'll do that tomorrow. That's going to be the plan for now. I think tomorrow night I'll do it at like 9 o'clock Eastern time. Tuesday I can't, unfortunately, but tomorrow I could. But I do appreciate you asking. That's really awesome. I do appreciate that and the support. It's very much appreciated. I need to buy some new stuff. Born to Travel. It's half off the merch. No, it's 15% off. If it was half off, I'd lose money. Lana Liberty says, I need a Bobby Sauce hat rack. Yes. Lana, you should have me make you like a custom one that says like bag of rice or something like that. Any thoughts on who to vote for the governor recall Newsom election? I'm not a California resident, so I haven't really looked into that, but I did think it was very interesting. That Major Williams didn't even make the freaking thing. Major Williams was collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations. I heard that he collected $300,000 of donations, and he didn't even make the paperwork in time to get on the ballot. So now he's telling people to write his name in. It's like, bro, what a clown shoe. It's like, bro, you can't trust these people out here. There's so many snakes in the grass. I don't know anything about Major Williams. Kind of seems like a lot of his followers are fake, to be honest, because I've seen him on live streams. He's got 70 people on his live streams. He has over 100,000 viewers. And he's running for mayor of the largest state in the nation. Easy Ecom, etc. said, check out Meet Kevin. Yeah, so that guy, Kevin Paffrath, look, I don't know anything about Kevin Paffrath, but I could tell you this. I heard about him for the first time a while ago, several years ago, actually. And this dude was riding Grant Cardone's junk. All he did was post about Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone's a fraud. Grant Cardone. He was like grifting off of Grant Cardone hard. I don't know who's right in the situation, but he kind of seemed like obsessed. So I don't know. I don't know anything about Kevin Paffrath. Maybe he's good, maybe he's not. I really don't know. But the first time I ever heard of him was when he was like making Grant Cardone as a fraud videos. I don't know, man. I've heard that Kevin Paffrath is just doing it to grow his YouTube channel, which is possible. I don't know. I heard that he tried to run on the ballot using his name Meet Kevin and not his actual name. I get it, but like, I don't know. I mean, the guy's 29 years old. I mean, no burn on him, but I don't know that I would want a 29-year-old running the largest state in America. The state of California has more residents than some countries do. And you got a 29-year-old dude that makes YouTube videos. I don't know, maybe, but it's like, I don't know. So I'm looking at his YouTube right now. His YouTube reached 1 million subscribers in December 2020 and gained another 600,000 as of May. So he's had the channels for 10 years. It took him 10 years to get to 1 million, and it took him 6 months to get to 1.6. So it's like, you know, did he do it to grow his YouTube channel? I don't know. Maybe. That would check out, you know? And like I said, the dude, like, I've seen him make videos about Grant Cardone. Like, he wouldn't stop with the Grant Cardone. It's like, you know, I don't know. So like if you click on, so like for example, if you just Google Kevin Paffrath, Grant Cardone, he made all these videos. 2019, Kevin Paffrath charged with trespassing after storming the office of Grant Cardone in December. He dressed up like an elf and ran into his office. He flew to Miami and showed up at his office. And he pulls a wagon into the office, handing out poinsettia plants. It's like, I don't know. Dressed as an elf. It's like, this guy's supposed to run the biggest state in America. I don't know, bro. That was not that long ago. December 21st, 2019. Like, this dude 2 years ago was dressing up as an elf and storming into a guy's office. Like, I don't know. And then he did it for the YouTube video views. It's like, I don't know, dude. And like all the videos that were on his YouTube channel of him doing this are now gone. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really trust this dude. I've seen him do interviews with Peter Schiff. He just seems kind of like, I don't know. I don't really trust him, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to talk bad about the guy. I don't know anything, but I remember seeing him. Do that to Grant Cardone, and I was like, that's kind of not very cool. Seemed kind of grifty, kind of attention grabby, and just didn't seem cool. And it's like, if this guy's 29 years old and it took him 10 years to get 1 million subscribers and 6 months to get 600,000. It's like, you know, but hey, what do I know? I mean, I'm just like, I haven't done much research into this guy, but I'm looking at his Instagram right now, right? And when I look at his Instagram, the third picture is him in front of a private jet. The fifth picture is him casually in front of a expensive sports car. The next picture is him in front of a private jet that he says, I paid $200,000 of my own money for this private jet. The next picture is him in front of a Tesla wrapped with his face on it and a private jet again. I mean, that's 3 private jet photos out of 9. It's like, okay. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. This is the guy to run the state of California? I don't know, man. With a wrapped Tesla, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Gavin Newsom's a garbage merchant, so it's like that guy's no better than. I mean, he might be better than him, but I don't know. This guy just doesn't. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. But I mean, he has talked to quite a few big people, but I don't know. Newsom was married to Don Jr.'s girlfriend. Yeah. Well, he was married to her, and then that became Don Jr.'s girlfriend later. Yes. Yeah, I see a lot of people like Larry Elder. I mean, I'm sure Larry Elder would be a good candidate, but Larry Elder apparently almost didn't make the ballot, but then sued, I guess, and I guess he got back on it. I think Anomaly has some pretty good commentary on this. And I think he makes a really good point. I mean, obviously anybody's going to be better than Newsom, but I think what he said about Larry Elder is pretty valid. So, I mean, I like Larry Elder, but who knows? Like I said, I don't live in California, so it's not something that I think about really much, but I don't trust any of these people. EconXK says, what's with Bezos giving Van Jones $100 million? Sounds like a bribe to me. Sounds like a bribe for good coverage to me. But hey, I know he does have a charity, but I don't know. Like if I go to Larry Elder's website, let's see. S. Dragonoff says, good morning from Germany. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't really paid too much attention to his like the policies that he wants to have for governor, but what Anomaly said I thought was quite accurate. But I mean, I'm looking at his, like when I go to his thing, so I'm looking at his thing. I'm looking at his website, and he's got this article written. He doesn't have the website does not clearly outline the strategy. Like usually it'll be like Second Amendment. It'll be like, it'll talk about each of the issues, homelessness. In this case, it's just this long, looks like 1,000 or 2,000 word, just like written article. It's like any internet person, any person that has written anything on the internet before would be like, you should make a bulleted list of the issues. It would not even take that long. So it's like, okay. So it's like, it's annoying on here. But I mean, like Anomaly said, I mean, it says right here, if you must wear a mask, so will I. And then he says, I will never use my emergency powers to confine and control any Californian without a clear science-based explanation, which means that he would do it. So, I mean, okay. He says, I have no experience in government. Okay. But I mean, generally speaking, he probably has good, like he talks about failing schools, crime, fire seasons, homelessness, businesses leaving the state, the rising cost of living. You know, I mean, yeah. But I don't know. All right, y'all. We're about to hit 2 hours, so I'm gonna go for now. I think I'll probably be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to do a live stream merch session tomorrow. After I get off the live, please go on my Instagram bio or my Facebook bio and go to the link tree. All the links to all my stuff is in there. I really appreciate that. Go check it out. Follow me on YouTube if you don't already. Please go follow me on YouTube. YouTube.com/Bobby Sausalito. On TikTok at Take Naps, 2 S's. All the links are in my link tree. You can see it in my bio. Go there, follow me everywhere if you can. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's watching on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate it. Thanks to whoever gave me that super chat earlier on YouTube. I do appreciate that. Another shout out to everybody that bought the badges. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Michelle Shoemaker, Laura B, 0322, Tam, MIRK, Debbie McGarren, Jillian Kelly 3, Are You Kidding Me 02, Magic Please, Mark Life, Don Moraine, Russell Strasky, Sean 87 Callan, Ryan Big Ray Fozzie, Jay Cook, Britt Sewell, Leo's the Line, Lisa Chaser 20, and Lana Liberty. Thank you guys so much for the badges on Instagram. I appreciate that so much. And thanks for checking out my videos today. Please check them out if you haven't watched them and share them, post them to your story. That would be great. Tag a friend if you can. And go follow me everywhere you can. I appreciate you guys so much. And also thank you to the people that sent in the Venmo donations. I really appreciate that as well. Andrea, Mary Catherine, and Emily. Thank you so much. The females always show up with the donations. I really appreciate that. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Spread the word. Make some reels. Save America. We need you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Go to the link tree in my bio. After this, make sure you follow me everywhere. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Instagram. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.